Well, you're on, and you can talk about whatever you want.
I got nothing to talk about, though, except for Donald Trump. He's awful.
Oh, man, Donald Trump is awful. All right, let's hear it. Why is Donald Trump awful?
Well, because he's a narcissistic, person who is trying to take over the United States. And he's in bed with Putin and Kim Jung-un, and he's, super evil. He uses any kind of unrest or fake news or any kind of ludicrousy to divert and smokescreen what he's really up to.
I don't know. I get what you're saying, but the whole idea that he's in bed with Kim Jong-un, therefore he's evil. I don't know. I feel like
no. I think he's just also using Kim Jong-un to gain the energy that he doesn't know yet, and none of it's good. You know what I mean? Like, he's not taking any good from this man. He's taking all the things about his way of rule that are not acceptable to our nation's side.
So he's learning from his dictatorship.
Yes, he's coming in saying, okay, I can just take what I want. And everybody says, oh, like, he's so stupid. But he's the smartest one out there because he's getting exactly what he wants.
Well, he can't be that stupid, right? He won the presidency.
He's actually very smart because everybody thinks he's stupid because the thing he wants is what everybody else doesn't want, so they think he couldn't possibly want that.
Right.
But really, that's what he wants. He's going for it.
I don't know. See, I disagree with that to a certain degree. Like, I don't think Donald Trump is a saint by any stretch of the imagination. But here's one. Like, his rhetoric at the very least has been, I want to pull out of these, like, wars overseas.
Indeed, I do agree with that.
Yeah, and he flat out came out and said about a couple of weeks ago, he's like, there's literally guys in the military-industrial complex who don't want this to happen because they want to make money off of these wars. No president has said that in over half a century, right? So he's putting it out there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
which is the
he's
scary
like,
thing, though, because he uses little fragments of what's real,
right?
And he turns it so that it works towards him gaining personal power.
Sure, but I would say any politician does that, right? Think of any politician who's not like looking out for their own best, for their own benefit.
Right.
That's part of being a politician, right?
But I agree with you.
Yeah.
But sometimes that's wowzers, dude. What the frick?
Sorry, you were
What an
saying.
ass, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah. A lot of times, that person that you're speaking of, so the person in the term of that, presidency or whatever, their objective once they get the power they're after, is a stance that I'm comfortable with. Whereas, well, not so much actually, because I got something to say about all those too.
Yeah, they're all like war criminals. Every single one of them.
Every single one of them is criminal in their own right.
Yeah.
But the type of criminal this motherfucker is, you know what I'm saying, is like, he's not racist. He just likes racism. He's not white supremacist. He just likes anarchy. You know what I mean? He wants to break and destroy.
Well, he says he's the, candidate of law and order or whatever. So, at least on the surface, he doesn't want anarchy. But
no. He just says that because that's the key words. Right? Key words. People are like search engines. They got no way of thinking on their own.
Right.
Because we've been fed and our education system's such a travesty. That we have been dronized, you know what I mean? Like brought in to this world in a stupid place already.
Right.
So we're not really necessarily able to think on our own or do things on our own because we're slapped on the hand when we do. Right. It's like, no, you follow that. No, can't you read the signs?
Right.
So, I think this guy is all about breaking what's already there because let them kill each other. Let them break it down. It's so much easier to take over something that's busted and broken than it is this strong and united.
Well, you gotta give it to him though. Like, that's part of the reason, one of the reasons he was elected in the first place, right? He was viewed as the anti-establishment guy.
And all those
no, I'm not talking about the racist guys. I'm talking about
but they're a part of it.
Of course they're a part of it. I'm not saying that no racist voted for Donald Trump. That's not what I'm saying. What
Sure,
I'm
but
saying
not
is a lot
all
of people
them,
did
yeah.
vote for him because of what he was saying that was against the
Yes.
establishment norms, right? That
Yes,
you're saying
yes.
when you talk out against people slap you on the wrist.
Exactly.
Right, when he with his anti-war rhetoric, when he's like, we should work on the infrastructure, we should do this. He had a lot of good points. He didn't really follow up on much of them.
Well,
so,
the only the ones that were self-servitive in the way
Yeah.
that he wants.
Like he was talking about
power.
draining the swamp and whatnot, and then he came in, he brought his own swamp on, and became just as corrupt as all the other leaders.
He does exactly what he says he's going to do all the time in blatant crassness. Like, you know, he's like, it's a reality show. I mean, everybody should have known what they were getting when he apprenticed on the fucking show. He was doing the exact same thing in his presidency. You know, he walked in with already a list of who was going to go, and all those people were educated people that were not of his support.
Right.
Or his mind frame. So they had to go, and what he did was he just replaced little Trump drones in all those spots in the Supreme Court, in this, in that, everywhere.
Well,
he put little drones, little yes men, in place of smart, educated people that were actually there for the goodness of what they felt was their service to humanity.
Sure, but at the same time, I would say that like those smart, educated people that were there before weren't doing too hot either. Like before he came in, Congress had what, a 9% approval rating.
What is it? Turn here. Bunch of bureaucratical systems stopping
so
everybody from doing what they
so I think this presidency, the Trump presidency, perhaps is a good thing because it actually shows.
With COVID though, I mean everything good that's come out of COVID. Outweighs its negatives.
Yeah, I think it very clearly shows the overreach of government and how ridiculous the whole system is.
Dude, this was a fantastic conversation.
Yeah, thanks a lot.